show to begin? Yes, fantastic, guys. We're going to kick it off right now with an old friend of mine, someone who I used to work with many years ago, who's come back into town and is doing a show with us now. How about a warm welcome, please, Kevin Davidson.
Thank you. Everybody give it up for yourselves for coming out supporting us tonight. We really appreciate you guys coming out. That's right, as like Tony said, it has been a long time since I performed. It's been over 5 years since I performed, but believe it or not, this is not the coolest thing that I've done this week. The coolest thing that I did this week is I went on a ride-along with the Phoenix Police Department, or at least I call it a ride-along, they called it under arrest. I had no idea there was a difference, but there is, according to the judge. But I'll give you guys 2 tips to stay out of this situation that I was in. Tip number 1, don't break the fucking law. Tip number 2, don't ever have one of your friends be a getaway driver if he's got one of those breathalyzer things installed on his car. It's like, dude, come on, let's go, the cops are coming, start the car!
Don't worry, guys. Jail ain't too bad.
So that's how you stay out of that situation there. I'm sure you can tell I had an interesting childhood growing up. Growing up, my dad was an alcoholic, always had a beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other. And I remember one night, me and my brother were sitting there with my dad, and my dad looks at us and says, "Kids, learn from my mistakes and don't do the stupid things that I do, like drink or smoke or sleep with your mother." Damn kids. Thanks for that advice, Dad. Yeah. So I also took an interesting path to get to where I am today. I went from working in retail to working as a strip club DJ, and now I'm an accountant. I'm going to be a CPA. Thank you. For those of you that don't know what a CPA is, basically I paid a bunch of money for an education, and the only thing that I have to show for it is a piece of paper that says that I'm an asshole. But I'm certified. Certified asshole. That's right, but I still can't get in as much trouble now as I could when I worked at the strip club. Because at a strip club, you can get killed. It almost happened to me one night. I called one of the strippers by the wrong name. I called Cinnamon Donut. Yeah. Look, in my line of work, I can mess up on an amended tax return and get a slap on the wrist. But if you call a stripper by the wrong name, they might be calling you DJ One Nut. Those stilettos are sharp. Oh yeah, interesting stuff. But I used to run into girls all the time that I used to work with. This one time I ran into this girl in the grocery store and I couldn't remember where I knew her from. And I was looking at her, I was like, "Don't I recognize you from somewhere?" And she looks at me, she's like, no, you don't know me from anywhere, DJ Fingerbang." That was my DJ name. And then she gave me $5 and asked me if I could play Back That Ass Up by Juvenile. I obliged, of course. Another thing I like to watch a lot of sports, especially football. When I watch sports though, somehow I seem to get myself in trouble. Like for example, last Thanksgiving I was watching football with my mom and the rest of the family, and the announcer on the TV was talking about the running back, and the announcer said, "He's got really good speed." And right away I yelled out, "Who does? How much does he have? How much is it? Is it really good speed or good speed or no good speed? Because I need really good speed." Got me in trouble. One time I was watching a football game and the quarterback threw the ball down the field and the announcer said, "And he's going deep." And of course that got me in trouble with my girlfriend. She looked at me and said, "He's going deep, why can't you?" Yeah, that hurt. Another time I was watching football and the announcer was talking about the running back, and the announcer said, "He's huge from the waist down." Exactly. That's when I found out that my cousin Rudy was gay. He's like, "Oh, hello there, sailor. Very uncomfortable. Another time I like to watch basketball too. One time I was watching a basketball game and the announcer said, "And Johnson gets to the rim with the D all over him." Actually, no, wait. That wasn't when I was watching basketball. That's when I was watching gay porn with my cousin Rudy. You know, I think it would be cool to be homeless. And let me tell you why. Because no matter what, I would always be close to home. And it would be expected for me as a homeless man to be drunk 24/7 and show everybody that drives by my junk. Of course, until the cops pull up. "Sir, what are you doing?" "Nothing, I'm not doing anything." "Sir, where do you live?" "Well, I live right here. But I'm house sitting tonight and I'm staying right here. He's got cooler stuff in his cart." All right, everybody, that's all the time I'm going to take up tonight. My name is Kevin Davidson. And we're going to keep this show rolling. Right now, we got another